Um, I just got off of Caroline's live, and I will tell you this: I am just, I am not. She was so kind to invite me on there with all these other folks. I am just not. I'm not personally made to jump in. Like I'm the kind of person that like waits to have a moment to say something, and because it was just like a lot for me personally, I just was like I I think I may need to just do my own little space because I didn't want to interrupt anybody, you know what I mean? So that's the main reason. If you all ended up in Caroline's live and I didn't say anything, it wasn't because I didn't have any thoughts. It's just because I again, I'm not made to just interrupt anybody else, you know? And so I just held off until there was a moment, but I could never find a moment. So I was like, okay, maybe it's not best for me. So that's the only reason why. But wow, like I I am definitely thankful that there's such a large interest in what's happening. I do think it's not a coincidence that it's all happening right now. We've known. The thing is, I don't think anybody, thank you, Martha. I don't think anybody was surprised necessarily that there was a dinner. I think we've always seen some photos, but it's the fact that so many photos of different angles and different things are coming out now. So I do feel to some degree like it felt like permission was given, or maybe people are perceiving that permission has been given to some regard. Dreama said, "What happened? I'm a bit behind." There's just two photos, both blurry, but even though they're blurry, you can tell they are both of Nick and Luke, Nicola and Luke. And so yeah. The Greenberg Brigade says there were two dinners. Did you see the second one? I mean, I saw both of them, right? One where Luke is wearing a white shirt or white top, and then the other one wearing black. Steph says we've seen photos where they're in a group with colleagues. Yeah, someone just dropped their whole photo album. Yeah, no, I really do feel like um, it was all intentional. I would hold on. Let me get you in here, Kamorova, too. If you have any particular thing. I don't know. Are there any folks who want to unpack this a little bit with me? Because it is, I don't know which person. Okay, come on, girl. Okay, hi. I wasn't sure if Kim was willing to come on board as well. Um, do lunch here. I was gonna have a lunch to come in on Sunday, but maybe I'll bring if if willing. Anyways, okay, sorry folks, I don't mean to be distracted by it. Are there any folks that actually do want to join and talk about it a little bit with me? Because if so, send an invite request. Oh, that's right. Rena doesn't like. Rena doesn't want to. And okay, so let me actually just read the comments for right now because it looks like more of a girl can't log in. Sorry, folks. I am so tired. A part of me is like, I just want to process this with y'all, but I think my brain is just like not even. Yeah, Kingdom Girl 81 said, was just on Caroline's live too. Yeah, Susie, I'm so nervous about all of this. Are you nervous are you nervous that it might mean, so one of the things that Ronnie threw out was the possibility that it could not be Luke. Like maybe all of these things are leading up, but it's not Luke in the end. Um, how, I mean, I want to know how people feel about that if it was the case. You know what I mean? How would you feel if that was the case? Betsy A said, what happened? What were they sharing, Phoebe? Pictures from Brazil. Hey, Kim.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Thanks for joining. I
Oh
just
my
was wondering
God.
if what your thoughts were around this whole thing.
Well, first of all, I am giddy, and there were literally tears in my eyes when we saw when the folks at Caroline's Live showed those pictures earlier. Um, it got my hopes up that eventually Nick's gonna, you know, maybe hard launch someone. I'm not saying that it's definitely Luke at this point, but I'm hoping. There's a lot of hope in my heart right now.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I do feel like a lot of this. I mean, the songs felt very Luke coded because there's
Yeah.
lyrically. Um, but hold on, another one here. I apologize, folks. I want to be more here. But it's all it's kind of like when I think it's almost like I feel an overwhelm. I don't know if other people are feeling overwhelmed like I am. I think I feel like excited but also super overwhelmed. Like it is so much all at
Mm-hmm.
once. Like the when the first song dropped, I was just giddy. I was kicking my feet up. I was giggling. The second song dropped and it's even sweeter. And yet
Yeah.
I couldn't bring out that same giddiness because I think I was like, everything's coming all at once. And it's almost like, I don't know how to, like my body and my mind almost doesn't know how to process it.
Yeah, it's
And
kind of like, why now? Like, why are they dropping so many photos right now? Like, what's with the date?
yeah,
And
no,
what's
I do feel like it's all coming.
Hello.
I feel like I don't know if people in Brazil got permission or felt like they had permission because of what Nicola was starting to do on Instagram. Like
Mm.
how did they know? So the person that released one of the pictures, the one where he's wearing white, it's
Uh-huh.
not her photo or it's not that person's photo. Hey, Kimura girl, could you mute yourself right now because he's doing a bath? Thanks. Um, so the person who shared the photo with Luke wearing white, that person um that person said in the comment they sent it to me. So I they must be whoever took the photo, but it's like it's just an interesting thing that they chose to do it now. It all comes down to timing for me, honestly. Like why now? Why is it happening now?
Yep.
You know? Um oh, Rena said someone post the pics. Kimura girl, you're really great at that. Can you put up the pictures?
Well, I don't even know what pictures.
Oh, you
It's on
didn't see them
Twitter.
No,
yet?
because I jumped on Caroline's and I saw, but
Okay, then let me
I'm
grab
in
the
the middle
photos. Let me grab the photos.
because I was in the middle of driving, so I just happened to see you guys were online.
Maybe there are others who are on here that weren't on Caroline's live, so let's let them see the
Yeah,
photos.
okay, hold on. I'm unless somebody's ready with those photos. Thanks. Hey Valencia, I know we were gonna go
Hey,
on Sunday, but I was like, you're
I
online. Let's
I
do it
can't
now.
wait. I
Let's
can't
go.
wait.
But have you seen the photos already?
I have seen them. They are majestic and blurry and great.
Majestically blurry. Um, how about can can does anybody is anybody ready to maybe potential? Can you do a green screen, Valencia, with those
I
photos or no?
I don't
Let
have
me try.
them. Yeah.
Let me try. I'm gonna leave for a second. Y'all converse while I do that. Hold on.
And to the point about why now, I have said this for a while that we were going to get more information on Brazil when maybe NDAs expired or maybe those employees left the
Yeah.
hotel because they didn't have anything to
Oh,
lose at that
you
point.
know, you know what? I also realized I forgot I can't do the background effects when I there's folks, so it has to be one of y'all's that does it. Um, because I don't want to get all of you back off. I want to keep y'all on.
I'm actually in the middle of driving. I can leave and just listen to you guys.
Oh no, I need someone to show the photo.
I'm sorry, I don't
I
have
wouldn't be
Twitter.
able to. I'm in the middle of driving.
Oh, gotcha.
Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see.
Okay, thank you. Hey, is it
Hi.
Tegan Pete? Is that how you say it?
It is Tegan, yes.
Hi.
Okay, hi. I know that there was someone else that was requesting to join the live, and I apologize that I didn't accept it. It's only because I tend to only do it if I know a person, if I've engaged with somebody a lot. And if I don't know somebody, it's a little bit more nervous. Like it causes me more nervousness. So that's why all of the folks here I've seen a lot. So, or I've engaged with a lot. So that's the only reason. So I apologize to the person. I don't want you to feel like you were ignored. I apologize for that. Rena said, "Pull over. This is a canon event."
I know, because I'm actually working. That's why. That's
You're
why.
adulting.
Your work requires you to drive.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
but I heard you guys
I-
on, and I'm like, oh, because I heard you guys talking about these photos, and I kind of saw them on Caroline's. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
I am
Okay.
just so excited that we might get validation. I've been in this since 2019, guys, so I'm ready.
You're
Oh my
ready
God.
for it. You're ready
I'm
for
ready.
it. Do you have the ability to show pictures, Tegan Pete?
Let me just check.
Okay, Valencia's coming back on, it seems like, so maybe Valencia
Okay, so
might be
let's
able to
see.
show us.
Okay, 1 second. Hold on. You all would
Okay,
be
wait, JC said a video now of Luke in the pool in Brazil.
Okay.
Okay, Kimura girl, could you mute again? Sorry. Ronnie, we're trying to find anybody who can put these photos up, if possible.
Hey, Ronnie.
Hey.
Is that
Okay,
and
Valencia
what does that
has
look
it.
like? Okay, there's one.
Yeah, that's fun, and that's the one where he's wearing the white shirt, and she's wearing the black top. We do see that later on as well with the what do you call it, the bodyguard photo. The question was whether or not this was a second day. This definitely looks like the hotel, though, right? Where the whole everybody thought it was Nicola on the pool thing, and
Yeah, it
yet
looks
it
like
was
the
not.
hotel.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess we could. I mean, Valencia, what were you saying before I said what I said?
I've been saying this for a while that I thought we were going to get more Brazil photos, information, maybe even videos, because I thought the employees would be leaving the hotel in the service industry. There can be a high rate of turnover. So at that point, they don't have anything to lose. So it's like, I'm not indebted to the hotel to be quiet anymore. I don't have to.
Right.
So I wouldn't be
Oh,
surprised
so you
if
think
more.
this might be former employees?
I think so. And this is months ago. I don't want to spread rumors or gossip, but I think we all know that we had heard rumors that there was things that existed like this in Brazil, but it would just be a while before they could come to light. I mean, and now things are coming to light. So we have lived a lifetime in a week, everybody.
I mean, I
I
think
just
that's
feel-
why I've been in shock. Sorry, Tegan Pete, what were you saying?
No, it's fine. I just feel like the timing of it, with all of her posts, and I know everyone's reading into it, and I'm well on the ship, but like with all these photos of Brazil coming out now, it's just, I don't know, the timing seems strange to me.
Well, I
Or
agree with
just
Phoebe.
perfect.
What Phoebe mentioned earlier, that they might feel like they have permission to post these photos right now because since Nick is like dropping some hints, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
What month was it again that Brazil happened? Do we know?
Okay, so Canada, and then London. Were they all in the same? There was like a few weeks between Brazil and Canada.
Folks were saying May.
Feels like a lifetime ago, honestly.
So
Yeah.
a typical NDA, like, well, I say typical. There's 4 different types typically, but for a short term, it can be a few weeks to a few months. So if it was May, we're in August now. It may just be that timing, especially if folks have left that particular hotel or what have you.
It's an interesting thing, though. Honestly, I didn't even know NDAs could be that short. I thought NDAs were like for life. So NDAs have an expiration date typically.
They do typically. I mean, there's indefinite ones, but that's usually for like trade secrets and like heavier stuff. Long term can last several years. There's medium term, which is it's still years, but it's like less amount of time. And then short term, we always hear about the really, really long term ones because those are the ones that are typically making the news because those are the ones that end up getting broken and there's more repercussions to them. But you can put a less of a time frame for short term.
YOLO0056 says, I'm still confused. Why is this tea? What would you say to a person? I mean, what would you say to YOLO? Why is this tea? Why is this meaningful to us at this moment? Having this photo and then the other photo that came out. And then I guess now there's a swimming of Luke. Because we all know this happened. So why does it matter to see these photos now? Is it the timing? Is it because of everything that Luke and Nicola is doing?
Yeah, I think timing, and I think this is just validation of what we all kind of suspected. And there were all these rumors, and and then we thought, well, they're out with their team, and there's always someone else with them, and this kind of just validates that no, actually, they did have some alone time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Because the rest of the photos, though we have known about, have been well. That's not true. I guess there was that photo of them sitting together in a dinner, and it looked like just the two of them, but then it was other people were there. But this is like a photo of them just by themselves, and actually the other photo is just a photo of themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, the one where he's wearing a black top. And so maybe the point the people trying to make with these photos that, hey, they actually did have time where they weren't surrounded by other people, it was just them by themselves. And it's two seat situation. It's not a bunch of other seats around them situation.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. No, I hear
it's,
that.
It's just like a validation of what we are all hoping for that happened in Brazil or in wherever they went. So it's tea because like for such a long time we have been suspecting that these things happened, and there were not any concrete proof. And this time around, we saw that they really did these things. So it just feels good,
And these
and
are so important to us. Oh, sorry.
No, Valencia, go ahead.
I was going to say these are so important to us because they're real. Like Nicola is very intentional, and you can say things may have been orchestrated or given to us in the moment, but these things that we're getting are candid, and I get conflicted on, well, should we even have this stuff? Like I go back and
That's a
forth
good
on
question.
that. But it's like we do have it, and it's real. It's in the spur of the moment. So we're getting more than they were, in the midst of doing the PR tour. They sat together, took a picture. We are seeing that they are spending quality time together outside of things that we have been giving. So it's warm. Like this stuff is very warm.
Yeah.
I think that answers the question.
It's the validation that it's just the validation that they like to actually hang out together and actually just seeing it, because we've heard it, they've said it, but to actually see that represented visually, I think is probably what everyone's kind of hanging on to.
Okay, yeah, because I think that answers Rena's question. I mean, statement. I guess it's not a question, but Rena's like, just went and looked at the pics. Not sure there's anything new unless I'm looking at wrong pics. And I think it really is that it's not necessarily new information. It's not something that it's like, wow, we didn't know there were dinners. But I think it's because they're candids. It's more. I think it feels more exciting to folks because it's not for show. It's just them existing. But Valencia asked a great question. I'm not going to try to get all philosophical about it, but there is, right? Like I always say, like, I don't like to look at anything aside from what Nicola and Luke choose to share with us publicly or what they do in all of these other spaces. And the main reason is because, like, the reason paparazzis exist, like, people like put down paparazzis, but yet at the same time, like, the reason they exist is because people are interested. And so that there is that confliction in the soul, right? Like, oh, this is awesome. And yet, should we be seeing this? And yay, we get to see it, but oh, it's kind of odd because, like, did they want us to see it? I don't know. But at the same time, it's coming out during all of these postings where you start to feel like, is it because they got permission or are people perceiving it to be permission?
You're saying there's more pictures, Phoebe.
Okay, watching lady. What are the pictures? What are the pictures?
This is out of control.
Is there anybody who you can send it to that's on the panel right now? Could you send it to Valencia to see if Valencia can
Send it to me. Send it to
yeah,
me
can
right
put it
now.
up? Because what are the other pictures? I mean, are they anything extra aside from the two of them? Oh wow. Okay, so Cindy Bauer says, "Can you capture the newest ones that have just been released?" My word. Okay, so somebody's photo album just got released. Is that what it sounds like?
That literally is what it sounds like.
Uh-oh. What happened?
What is it? Your face almost makes me nervous. What's that face mean? Valencia, is it exciting one?
I didn't know y'all could see me. Okay, no, this is too much for a Friday afternoon.
But no, that's what I'm saying, Valencia. Like, when people were like yesterday saying to me, "Why are you not like giddy like you were the first song?" I'm like, yesterday I was exhausted, but then I'm like, I'm so overwhelmed. It's just so much information, and I don't know emotionally how to take it all in, and I didn't expect that.
Well, so
I
why-
can't compartmentalize this. Okay, hold on. I'm getting updates. One second, I'll be back.
Okay, thank you. GL Benner said, "Is this all from the same account?" I don't know about that. I just know the one account that was sent to me, but I don't know. Maybe the rest also.
Samantha said pool pics just came out on Twitter.
Is it just pool? But I mean, is it kind of, what level of pool pics is this? Meaning, is it just? I mean, if it's just Luke, that's not a surprising thing to know that Luke is in a swimming pool. It's kind of like the whole situation where people assumed it was Nicola, and I was like, we can't assume that's Nicola because you don't see the head, and then the full picture came out and it was not Nicola. That's what I'm saying. Like, unless he's out there holding Nicola, it's him swimming, right? Like, that's not really exciting.
I mean,
Oh, but Nicola is on the side. Okay, that's that. I mean, they're. I mean, that's just friend level to me. That's. I'm not gonna say what I think about a pool and people looking like friends and random strangers, but I'm just saying it in my head. But actually, I guess I said it out loud as well. But anyone who knows what I'm thinking in my head because you're around me enough says, like, I need more proof than that.
Correct.
Rita said, Luke being the only one in the pool is cracking me up.
Oh my god.
Oh, Lucky Ducky who said Bocce's trying to say she needs to see them kissing. I mean,
at this point, yeah.
If it was them kissing, then I do feel like it's too intrusive. Do I want to see it? Sure. But I again, that's when the friction in my heart starts to go all out because I'm like, I want to see, but I don't want to see if they don't want us to see.
Well, the thing is like that was how Tom Dea got confirmed for their particular fandom. It was a pap shot.
Yeah.
So, like, It's a double-edged sword, that whole thing.
It really
Lynch
is.
is back.
The thing is, I'm
It's
just
it's hard
excited.
because
This is more than we've ever
you want it to
gotten.
be handled responsibly, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
and sometimes what happens with paparazzi is a hounding,
Yep.
an intrusiveness.
Yeah.
So it's like how can we have like a good balance? Valencia, you're back. Does that mean you have the photos? Please, if it's just Luke in the swimming pool, okay, it is just Luke.
Oh no, I respect her boundaries. I know what needs to go, but here we go. I mean, that boy loves that pool.
So this is just Luke swimming by himself.
Yes, and then hold on. The next one
We are
is
really parched. We are really starving. If that's like, woo, Luke swimming by himself. Stop the presses. Okay, look. Okay, what's this one?
this one's Nick, kind of just existing, just beautifully existing.
We are getting desperate. Okay,
We are. We really are.
with the two of them.
Not that I have received, but I will keep a watch.
We're like, there's new photos.
I mean, our entire
What is
lives.
it? Breaking news! Breaking news! Luke is in a pool by himself. This is not breaking news.
Oh my god.
This is not breaking news. Sorry.
Linda.
Breaking news! Nicola is looking at some sort of direction, standing, existing by herself. Breaking
They said
news!
we've lost it. We've lost it.
Well,
OMG, Nick
like
is standing by the
collectively,
table, y'all.
collectively,
What could that
we are
table
not well.
mean? Valencia,
Someone at
like you said, right? Like, I don't want to, I mean, the table, what color is the table? I don't want to commit to what color the table is.
Was
You
it? Is
know?
it an oak table, a cherry
Is it an
table?
oak table? We don't know.
We-
What could
I
it mean?
did-
What does this table mean? Because she's standing so close to it. Could it be representing Luke? Oh my word. If somebody literally came into the live right now and thought I was serious, I'm going to hurt myself. I'm not going to hurt myself. That's not a funny joke. Sorry. But like,
Don't.
there are some people who literally think that we are off the. I mean, I guess last night they would have probably thought that too. But I'm just saying, we're not. Okay, it's white though. But
Oh my god.
I was just fact checking. Sorry.
I almost passed away last night at that live with that photo, girl. Like I just like
I was so glad when I felt like we had at least the case was closed. I
Yeah,
do
dude.
think 98.9% sure that is Camilla in the front, and I mean
Yeah.
it could probably be Jake or Luke. I'm still hoping it's for Luke, but like I think about like when have I ever seen Luke and Nicola hang out with each other's friends groups? I have never. So if I feel like I lean if it's Camilla's there, then I feel like that might be Jake instead. But it is what it is.
Wait, is Nick holding a towel in that picture?
It does look like it.
Wait, what? Y'all, eagle eyes.
How do y'all see this?
Nick was holding
Where's
a
the
towel.
what's the towel?
So is she
What's
getting
that
ready
trying
to
to say?
swim?
What are you
Or
trying
she's
to
waiting
say?
for him to get out to give him his towel.
Ooh.
We got a whole story.
Okay, that's
What? She's
that-
holding a towel. It must be for him. Well, I mean, okay, mind you, I mean, I guess I shouldn't laugh at that idea because technically she's not dressed to be in the pool.
She's
So
also
why
said
is it?
multiple
Is
times
it?
that
Is
she
it
doesn't know how
a?
to
Is it a
swim.
towel? But is it a towel?
Is it a
Actually,
towel?
I'm actually going to take that question seriously. Is that a towel?
I can't tell. It looks like a cardigan to me.
Okay, then that makes more sense. Because I would, if it was a towel, that would not make sense. But then this also looks like at a restaurant-ish area, right? It doesn't look like the pool area, or is it the pool area? I mean, I guess people walk around with food in a pool area if you're rich enough.
but he looks like a server beside her.
Yeah.
There were tables at that pool area when they were walking, like when Nick was entering.
Oh, show the
that
pool
red
again
dress.
with Luke.
Okay.
What's table?
You know,
I'm laughing because it's so ridiculous.
rich people
Oh,
may be able to
I guess
have.
you can't see tables. They're just chairs. So I do think it's some sort of like restaurant that she was standing at. But again, they're both separate. They're not here. Oh, Black Cat Meow. We said maybe a robe. The Greenberg Brigade said the fact that we are analyzing this is hilarious. I do think it's hilarious, Greenberg Brigade, because I'm like, what in the what? This is literally two.
My last TikTok was a joke, but you see where we are.
It was not a joke. It was very much an honest evaluation of us as a
I mean, you
family.
called us all out.
Exactly. My God, what has become of us?
I'm like, it's so funny that I took a vacation day. I thought I was gonna sleep. Funny me.
Please. If you're in this fandom, there's no such thing as a rest day.
There, I mean, it's so true. Watching lady, we need another pick with tables. We're so silly. Okay.
Full-blown comedy just said
Okay, somebody
Sharky.
said, is there a video? We need a video. User with a lot of numbers. Somebody said they saw a video with Luke swimming in the pool, and I was like, so was there anybody else there? Like, no. Oh my word. I mean, unless you saw like a figure underneath the water, and people are like, who's underneath the water right next to Luke? I mean, maybe. But, okay, don't. Again, I'm glad I upload these lives so people cannot take my words out of context and say somebody was claiming that somebody was swimming next to Luke. Betsy said, when you said Morse code, I screamed.
I'm a clown, truly.
Watching lady, go ahead and send it to Valencia too.
Oh, what does she have?
A
A video? A new
Watching
video?
lady.
Okay, please. Can we, Elise, is this video with two people that are Luke and Nicola?
I think it's just Luke in the pool.
No, I was kidding about the pool. But, Melissa says, what is happening today? I feel like the day might get more interesting. Yeah, oh my word, I don't know if I can emotionally take it, honestly.
I can't take it.
I can't. Kat said,
Will I
LOL,
be
this
here?
week has drained me. Sorry, say what?
Yes. I said I can't take it, but will I be here? Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yes.
Cool mom
Okay, let
comedy
me get the
said, no,
video.
it's a video of Sharky Newts.
Linda M says, my heart can't take it. Hey, shame.spiral. Let's see here. Agni said, I just joined. Are these pics from Brazil? Yes, they are
Yes.
from Brazil. Even though I just laughed that Tiffany B said, just let Luke swim and play merman. Edith's mama said, have all the Brazil NDAs expired today or something? That's
Probably.
what Ronnie suggested. Ali Mitch 17 said, where on Twitter are these? I don't know off the top of my head. If somebody happens to know these people's ads, you can just let them know. Oh, Steph said, someone said the pool video is from Spain. The pool video is from Spain.
Ooh.
Okay, now you got
Wait,
me, Steph.
what happened in
Now
Spain?
you got me, Steph. Now you got me, Steph, from Spain. And okay, so is there not only a picture of him in the pool? Didn't somebody say they had a picture of Luke in the pool and Nicholas sitting near him but not next to him or whatever? Because the Spain thing still matters. Because that is the rumor, right? That Spain happened in between Brazil and Canada, and that's why they were both sick coming into Canada. Because they're like, how come you're both sick when you both like you had weeks break between Brazil and Canada? So why did you both get sick?
The Greenberg Brigade saying that Tiff debunked Spain.
Okay, so the pool is not in Spain.
She
How
and him
did
were
she
over in Spain.
debunk the Spain thing, Greenberg Brigade? What did she say in regards to it? That she's like, no, it didn't happen.
They said they were never in Spain together. What?
the one pic there was debunked. Okay, wait. Okay, so the one pic that was there was debunked. Okay, so I'm very confused about what that means. Like, what?
I think the photo that they said
How did that prove it never happened?
I think they're saying that that photo that was confused for Spain was actually Brazil.
Okay,
Supposedly.
but what automatically was Spain?
You're cutting in and out, Phoebe.
What makes? Okay, I understand like them say not. Sorry.
You're, can y'all hear her, or is it just me?
You're cutting in and out, Phoebe.
Okay, am I back? Because my internet was having
Yeah,
issues.
that's better.
Yeah.
But I was just saying, how do we know? I get, and you know, I am a fact checker. I like to make sure we have the facts. But what made people assume that just because a photo was debunked to not be in Spain, that Spain didn't happen? Was there something else explicitly that showed? I guess the reason people were wondering were they had a few weeks, I think, between Brazil and Canada, but they both came in sick. Now, mind you, sometimes you're working really hard, you do get sick. So both of them may have been working hard and they both just got sick.
Yeah.
But it was a curious thing where people were like, you spent 2 weeks apart from each other. Or however many weeks in between. How are y'all both still sick? I mean, how are you both sick? But I don't know. The Greenberg Brigade said Tiff said it didn't fit the timeline and Luke got a haircut at home during the weeks in between. Okay. Does that still mean that it couldn't have happened? I mean, I guess in a sense of like, maybe I'm just dreaming at this point, but like, if a person gets a haircut, that's just a day. And we don't know which day he got a haircut. Can a person get a haircut at home and then go somewhere else after that? I don't know. But I'm not saying that Spain happened, but I had heard there was a Spain situation. Maybe it was not the case, but I guess to me, it's like, just because some certain things happen doesn't mean something's definitively off the table, I guess. Okay, the Greenberg Brigade said, let's just say there is no proof of any kind that they were there, ever there. Okay, that I will take. Valencia, did you get any, like, did you get the swimming of in the pool?
I got it, but I don't know how to share video. It seems like it's not letting me, so I'm pulling it up on my tablet now. 1 second.
Okay. Look at you, ingenuity.
Did you get the goodies?
But show us your screen though as you're doing this. Or is it just me that can't see your screen right now?
No, she's on turn around.
Oh, okay. Cool Mom Comedy said, Valencia, thank you for your service.
I actually am a IT analyst, so if I know how to do things, I can.
Nice.
I agree with watching Lady that they got sick probably from sharing the food from.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
From the interview?
Yeah, from the interview. That's true.
Plus, with all that traveling, they're bound to be exposed to germs.
That's true too. Mary said this batch of photos released is curious. Everything is weird. I agree. Curly Susie says, thanks, Sherlock. Oh, that reminds me of Curly Sue.
Aw.
Watching Lady said, not only from the interviews. Oh, y'all are funny. Okay. Hold on. Jody said PBI in action. I hate autocorrect. So is PBI, do you mean FBI?
Ooh,
1987 underscore Christy. Best day ever. Okay. Oh, now it's moving. He's moving.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't with us. What in the? I can't.
Is Nick in the vicinity? In that video? Is she existing somewhere near?
Is she standing over in the restaurant staring at the wall
tables.
inspiration. I'm sorry. I'm like, great. Luke is swimming.
Like, yep, he knows how to swim.
You know,
Listen, we're taking what we can get at
breaking
this point.
news. Luke knows how to swim.
Breaking news.
Wait, can somebody compare those umbrellas where
James Dog
Nick
Spiral
was
says, can
standing?
you slow-mo? Sorry, what were folks saying? Say that again.
Those umbrellas, I think I see them in Nick's photos, the one where she was like holding some sort of towel or something.
Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe the I said if you're in a rich place, there'd be people serving food out in the pools.
Rich people get luxuries that I've never quite seen before. My pools do not. Tables,
Can't
they
relate.
just don't.
I mean, it's yeah. Catherine, I love that it just loops. Aaron Blue Lee's like, it's the butterfly. If you want to know what way Luke is swimming, which version of swimming it is, it's the butterfly.
Oh
Butterfly
no.
stroke.
So it's not just my tablet. It is blurry. Like the video's very blurry. So this was definitely somebody taking it. But somebody posted, can you see an image reflected in the glass?
Oh
Yeah,
my
because
And
god.
I love
can you
us.
see a reflection in the glass bottle?
I love us.
Oh my god.
I can't. The sunglasses already took out my
Yeah.
brain cells.
We're not doing reflections again. That
I
was
can't do it again. I can't emotionally handle it. Maybe that's part of the reason I had no bandwidth to be like excited for a second song, because I'm like, look, I've been staring at these sunglasses. And
Okay, like I
this.
told you, I never thought I would hate a photograph. I started hating that photograph.
This photograph. No, just kidding.
It's too much.
Someone said Nick needs swim lessons. That was the perfect opportunity. I agree. He would be the perfect swim teacher.
Yeah. Sharky Newts.
Oh my word. Oh my word. That's with a lot of numbers right behind it. Said butterfly equals Featherington. It's a
Oh
sign.
my god.
Y'all are too much.
I can't.
And I love
I can't. I love it.
Oh my god.
I'd like to say that the line to insanity is very thin.
Rodney, I appreciate your level-headedness though, with things. I
Rodney
need
needs
that.
to be in the space for that very reason.
I need that.
For sure.
I truly.
I
You know-
usually
you know
try
I
to
love
be
y'all.
there with
I
Roddy. I lost it a little bit this week, but I'm usually there with Roddy.
Look, we're it's okay to bounce back and forth. I think we just all need to have a little bit of an anchor is the thing. So like I'm all here for like the joy and everything and people like getting really giddy and stuff. It's really fun to see like when Phoebe completely lost it and she was squealing on her first live this week, I about lost it because I was like, I've never seen that before. But,
It rarely comes
yeah.
out unless I'm super excited. Because I can't manufacture it. That's why when the second song came out, they're like, "Why are you not giddy?" And I'm like, "I can't fake something. I feel it or I feel it." Betsy A said the person that posted all of this said that more is coming. More of them alone.
Oh my god.
Or like
knew
just
it.
Luke by himself. Nick, I want more that's coming to be like something that's actually like. I mean, though at the same time, I will say that just them existing gets like, oh,
sure.
to me, what seems like a benign picture, somebody's like,
I'm
well,
waiting
look at that.
for the walk on the beach. That's what I'm waiting for.
Oh,
Yes,
you want to
me
walk
too.
on the beach?
Yes.
Well, we know there's footage of them on a beach with the dogs, but you're talking
No,
about
no.
nighttime.
At the night,
Nighttime
yeah,
Yes.
Nighttime walk.
why did he even mention that?
Yeah.
Why did you even mention that? Like now everyone is gonna
Because
want
he
to
says
see.
things with.
I
He
know.
just says what comes in his head.
He does just say things.
He does. Poor thing.
We love him for it.
Poor sweet summer child.
Don't ask
Poor
Nick
guy.
I think it's
questions.
because
Ask
he
him.
doesn't think that anybody's gonna read into it. He's just. I think he's just talking about. He's just talking about what is real, like what It's like when they're like, "Well, what would you do? What would Colin and Penelope do for a honeymoon?" Oh, like what we've been doing. I was like, look, you know how that sounds to people, right? Like, but
Yeah.
to him, it's like, well, what else would you choose? The things that I've been doing with you, you know.
Yep.
That's what I would choose.
So
I
I'm
will say
hoping that
I've
gets
been in
released.
this I've been in this for so long, and I've always managed to, keep a level head about it. I've always seen something, but since the press tour, I'm completely over the edge.
Yeah,
This is it for me.
understandable.
At this point, it's like 1:45 a.m. where I am, and I'm packing for a trip. I need to get up at 6. Maybe I'll just stay up till then, waiting for these photos to come out. I'm crazy.
I mean, I hope it's worth the wait. Because if it's just another a bunch of him like swimming, I'm like,
God.
Phoebe, it says you are mentioned on X.
is it the one that Ronnie sent me? Is it a bunch of all the creators and the person was being negative about us being investigators?
I don't like that.
Yeah, no, there was a messy one last night that I shared to Phoebe and Desiree. I didn't share it to everyone else, but they shared the screen grab of every single one of the creators that were doing lives last night. So
I will tell you though, I was so tired that when I first read it, I was like, oh, that's nice. And then and then Ronnie's like, I had to reread it. I'm like, oh, that's mean.
No, it's
And then
not
I
nice.
did a story and I was like being curt. And then I was like, look, I don't want to sing to their level. So I took it back.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just, the funny thing is, the idea that we don't work. I wish it was the case.
I know, right?
I mean, I dreamed that I could do this as a full-time job. I think that's partly why I decided to do the subscriber thing. Was I was like, oh, maybe this could give me an idea if there would be a possibility to be able to just not do my regular job and just do this. And then I quickly realized probably not. I will probably be living like I probably have to work my whole life, but that's okay. But you know what I mean? Like, so the idea that like, oh, these folks don't have a job, like, please.
I think it's even more crazy that we
projecting.
all have full-time jobs and we are still so dedicated to this cause.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's the thing. I was like, this is our decompression. Like, this is like the thing
Sure.
that gives us, a lot of fun and joy. So, I don't know. Whenever people get, at the same time, I'm like, so they were watching. So the haters are the fans. You know what I mean? It's like, I always think that there is a thin line between haters and fans, right? Like,
Yep.
and you can't exist in life without having haters. It's not possible unless you don't do anything with your life, right? So I mean, does that make sense? Maybe not. I don't want to assume. No, I really do think like if you exist, somebody hates you for breathing. You know what I mean? Like, it just is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, simply existing on social media is inevitable. If you're existing authentically, particularly on social media, it doesn't take much for someone to find or hate something about it. But the thing from the fandom perspective, particularly that faction that's talking about it, they're still coming from, they're so wrapped up in their vision of what they feel is the best for Nick and Luke. So they're coming from a perspective of them caring about them, and I get it. It's coming from that good feeling, and so they're just putting a line in the sand and saying that everything that everyone is doing on this side of the fandom is wrong. The unfortunate thing is that they're not taking the time to dissect it, that nothing is that black and white, because a lot of people who are doing these, and even if they're dissecting things to death, no one's getting hurt from
Oh, Ronnie,
this dissection is hurting someone, but without any explanation. And it's not
Yeah.
hurting anybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's hurting my brain, but it's
Well,
not
yeah.
hurting anybody. I mean, I think what it comes down to is like, the way they write things, it makes it sound like we're out there trying to find
Find
their
addresses and
location and their
stuff, yeah.
addresses and doxing them or
Yeah.
something. Like, okay, that's crossing the line. We don't even, I mean, I can only speak for myself, but I think a majority of the creators that they put on there don't go on these people's pages or anything like that. So it's like,
Exactly.
so I feel like they've created these big monsters in their brain, assuming things of people they don't know, and then just putting it out. And then you just hope that there's people that fact check what they're saying. But at the end of the day, like, I mean, it's what people think of me is none of my business. But I mean, does it? But once it becomes known to me, like, of course it hurts. It affects me because I'm like, how in the world? I already felt bad this today, y'all. I felt so bad. So I was off work, and um, and I did a story on this. So I just want to give him a shout out because I really think I hurt his feeling because he ended up blocking me. And I didn't mean to make it, but it's Lord Truth Speaker. And I was just sharing, like, like the content for me was not like, it's not my cup of tea. But I didn't mean to hurt his feelings about that. I said that I think it's great content. I'm sure there's a target audience for you. Like, and I was about to offer, like, I'll put out a video, let people know to check out your page to see if it's their cup of tea. But he does a lot of Bridgerton. He does a lot of things. The only reason I was like, it's not my particular cup of tea is because I'm a Lucala fan, and like, so, and I'm a Pollen fan. So I'm like rooting for that. And his is more like he wanted Colin to end up with Marina and Penelope to end up with Devlin, which is great conversation piece that people can have if they want to have those debates. But I was like, I'm not into like wanting to debate that because I want Pollen. Period. Point blank, period. But he does do great content, and I just felt bad because I was like, oh, I hope I didn't hurt him. I wasn't trying to, so I just want to put a plug for Lord Truth Speaker if you want to check him out and see his stuff. And see that, because I there's not very many men in the Bridgerton space creating content. So I don't want him to feel like he wasn't being supported, at all. It's just that it's just not me. And like when y'all message me, I can tell that you know what I like because I'm like, yeah, give me that. And so I mean.
Well, and there's a couple things, and this is going to sound so harsh, but I can't phrase it any other way. Misery truly loves company.
Yep.
So people that, hate on us or attack us, we've taken one of the first critical steps for us, doing something that we love, something that we enjoy, where we have a good hobby. Within this world, there's a lot of crazy bad things we could be doing, but we're not. And to Phoebe's point, we're a part of this fandom, but we're becoming a community. We know what each other likes. We know where to get certain content. We know what to send people. We're learning each other's stories. So it's deeper than, they keep posting about these people. It's so much deeper than that. Like, and I feel like they don't understand, which is why it's so easy for them to make those types of comments. But we just have to stick together.
And I think Valencia, to some degree, it is because they're getting a community by despising us. You know what I mean? So that is thing that's joining them to some degree. But at the same time, I guess I can't definitively say that because I don't follow them. I don't know their stuff. So maybe maybe this was just one post. You know what I mean? I don't know, because I'm into that. So whenever like people like throw zingers towards like even the panel that I did with Heather, Caroline, Angela, and Ronnie, like that was like, it felt like, okay, why would you present it that way? That is a completely inaccurate portrayal of what the panel's about. But at the same time, it's like, if that's your source of information, of course, it's kind of like, who do you trust? You trust your friends. So I understand that if that is the community that they built, and then their community saying all these negative things about people, they're more likely to believe their friends saying that rather than like going and finding it out for themselves, whether their friends are telling them the truth. You know what I mean? Because you side with your friends usually. So, I mean, I do want to say at the end of the day, like what Ronnie said also was that they feel like their motivation is right. Like they feel like they're protecting or loving Luke and Nicola through their actions, even if in the end we get the zingers or whatever. And even if we disagree with their what they're thinking and feeling about us, every emotion is valid. It's just the information that informs it's just the information that informs the emotion that may be incorrect. That's the thing I always go to every single time, because in their mind, they're in the right. I just feel sad about it.
Yep. And what did Portia Featherington say? A broken clock is right twice a day.
Twice a day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have to take what you get from things, and you have to refer to your own opinions. But when you already have your mind set on something, it's very hard to have your mind changed. And if we got all those people in a live, it wouldn't go anywhere because their minds aren't open. We are very positive, and we are open to differences of opinions. That's what I think makes it beautiful.
Like,
There's no changing certain minds. There's just not.
Yeah.
yeah, and like, they don't understand how this fandom, what this fandom is given to certain people. Like for me personally, I was hooked on this fandom because like when I first saw Pauline edits and Lucolo edits, like I saw something, right? I like, why am I feeling this way? Like, am I crazy? Am I delusional? And then I saw people talking about it, and I kind of felt like I found my people, and it's like therapy to me. Many people have been saying this. It's like therapy to me, and talking about it makes me happy. And I found creators that are very different from each other, and I go to their pages if I need, like, for example, if I need some clarity, I go to Phoebe's and Caroline's pages, and if I am quite delusional that day, like, I can go somewhere else, and it's given me like a very safe space to air out my opinions and my thoughts, and to share it with other people that are like-minded is a very, very beautiful thing. And for this fandom to be hated, it's I think it's a bit disappointing to me that people don't understand what it's given to ordinary people like us, you know.
Yeah, I think that's something I've gotten real I've gotten real people that I think genuinely care about each other. You know, Minnie, I don't know if Minnie's in the space. I don't think Minnie is in the space right now, but Minnie is having her birthday on I think it's the 24th is her birthday.
Yeah.
But we're throwing her a virtual birthday party
Yep.
on Friday the 23rd, I believe. So she's like, "Can you come on Friday from I forget what time? I believe I think it was it Tam that was making the poster for it or whatever. To
think
invite
so, yeah.
folks to come.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we'll do a little karaoke. I don't know, but like that's what I mean. Like being able to celebrate somebody's life and enjoy. You know, people plan trips to go to London and Galway together. You know, like those kind of things. Those things mean something to me, and so all to say, like, I don't want to spend too much time. I did want to acknowledge it because I know it exists, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to excuse like hurtful behavior, but I also want to say like, as far as the person who created that is concerned, they didn't think they were trying to be. Well, I'm not. And not that they weren't thinking they were going to be. They're being hurtful. I'm not saying that they didn't, like they didn't forget that we're human beings, but I think they in their mind felt like they were somehow protecting Luke and Nicola, and I don't know why and how, but I leave space for that reality.
Yeah.
So
It's all about establishing the lines. So similarly to how every one of the individuals that does their own content for this side of the fandom has a line in the sand of what kind of content they make, what style, how delulu they get, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Their line is just very different. It's just unfortunate that much negativity and vitriol is being thrown on this side because they find it so offensive for whatever reason. And again, it's just stemmed on them seeing it to the extreme degree that this is hurting Nick and Luke directly, which there's no proof of that. So that feeling is coming from some sort of semblance of good, which I choose to see. And I try to keep a bird's eye view of everything that's going on in the overall fandom, because that's just my particular interest when I'm studying fandom. But I want to keep the lines just generally kind of healthy. And it's like someone in the comments right now was just saying, can we all agree as a fandom that if they don't end up together, it would still be a fandom? Yes, I don't think anyone
Yes.
here, everyone here is an adult. Like, we're not gonna throw a tantrum and stop supporting either one of them because they decide not to be together. Life happens.
Exactly.
We
Yeah.
have absolutely no control over their lives. They're gonna decide however they want to do their thing. We're not gonna stop supporting them. And I think that the ship is still gonna partially be there because a lot of people have already established what their lines are on whether they're going to get on or off the ship. So, there may be people that dock for a little bit and then, they get back on later. Like this doesn't affect Nick and Luke directly at all. Nor
Yeah.
should it, because we don't know them. They don't know
Yeah.
Yeah,
us.
exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel
And I
like
mean,
there's
I think,
definitely a lot. Sorry.
oh no, go ahead, Tegan Pete.
I just think there's a lot more good in the fandom than there is bad, and people need to hold on to
Agreed.
that.
Yeah.
And I think, like, for me personally, like, none of my friends are into Bridgerton. So I found my people, and that's why it's my happy place. Because no one in my friendship group relates to what I love about them or, Lucola or anything like that. So I love it. So stick
Yeah.
to the positive side.
Yeah. I definitely think I understand that fear that they may be like leading into, which is around like we don't want to ruin the chances that they'll get together.
Right.
And so anything that they feel that might ruin those chances. This is what I will say. Nicola very much knows which posts are hurting versus harming, right? I mean, hurting versus not hurting or not harming. And I think Caroline said this in her live, or somebody, a guest on Caroline's live, right, was around the statement of like, when she put out that one Sex in the City voiceover,
Yeah.
she immediately knew the backlash towards Luke and did not want that. Immediately took it down.
Yeah.
Yes, some people videotaped it, all that stuff, but the reach was dramatically cut because she chose to take it down. If she thought at any point that this was harming their relationship in any shape or form, she would have taken down the songs. She would have taken down any of these things. But she knows this is playful and fun. And I think she receives it as playful and fun because before Nicola was famous, this is the kind of thing she would do with her friends. You know what I mean? That's why she said, oh, I used to love this and this until, I realized I was in the receiving end of this or that or whatever, right? With the gossip stuff. So like I've always tried to limit my consumption of those kind of things, especially from certain sources, right? Because she has spoken out against that. So Nicola's very vocal about the things she does not like and the things that she thinks is harmful. The fact that she has not said, stop looking and playfully looking at the Scrabble words or the sunglasses and for people to think that she does not know, I mean, I think then I just feel like they haven't watched the way that Nicola like works through social media.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And I do feel like she would have put a stop to it if she saw it was going in the wrong direction.
Absolutely.
I really do believe that. So
Yeah.
just have fun with it, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good vibes, yeah.
I feel like she would definitely. I'm counting on Nick to actually put her foot down if it ever gets to a point where she's just like, I need this to stop. This is crossing a line and it's making me uncomfortable. So yeah, like I would fully expect her to say that. I know she's probably did pull back a little bit because I'm sure it's not fun just seeing your face on your FYP. But still, I think she kind of expects the fandom to be what it is. And in all honesty, it does kind of benefit them in some sort of way because it keeps their names out there, and the amount of traction that they get does end up helping them in the end. So yeah.
And it also did help that both of them released things on a Tuesday, right when the numbers came out.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff helps because it did motivate people to watch it again. I have mine playing in the background right now. I will say though, Netflix seems to be stopping it far more often lately. With like pardon the interruption. I'm like, how many times are you going to interrupt Netflix? Okay. Like this is getting too much now.
I know, it's annoying. Caroline's here.
Jody, yes. Yeah, she says she's reading up. Jody asked, do we think that Luke and the assumed girlfriend are over. I say I can't say something's over that I never felt like began. And so I'll leave it at that. I mean, was she in his life? Is there a situationship? Is there a friends with benefit situation? Sure. But to me, if I can't find an inkling of you anywhere that he's willing to verbally say or visually
Yeah.
say or anything say,
We
then
all
you don't exist.
we all have eyes. We knew something was afoot, but it wasn't named and it wasn't established for us to know what exactly it was. So therefore, whether it has a beginning, middle, end, whatever, either way, it doesn't matter. Clearly, it'd be a bigger deal if it mattered. So
Like I
Something's definitely
said,
going down. We can't say anything definitive, but something's going down for sure.
oh, for sure. I think there's been
You're
a
like, I can't say
reckoning.
anything definitively, but for sure.
Something's going on. And I've said this before. I've seen him be more affectionate with Jonathan Bailey than the adjacent. So
100%. 100%.
I just you and Caroline was in the live with Heather last night, and they were kind of talking about like kind of feeling bad for her. I do feel a little bad for her because why do I have to beg somebody that I'm with to act like he wants to be with me? I would run at
Yeah.
that point.
Agreed.
I'm not gonna beg you to want to be happy in my space, but
Right.
again, the word is transactional,
Yeah.
and I wonder if the negative effects are outweighing what was giving originally, and that's why there has been kind of a shift in the distancing. But again, this is just opinion based, but I know nothing for sure, but I know for sure something's going on.
Right. Yeah. And it's all experience. I mean, we all have to learn lessons in life. And so like everyone always says age is just a number. Age is experience.
Correct.
It's experience. So we all learn lessons. So I actually did agree with that part of the live where they were like, yeah, I mean, some stuff just needs to get learned, and sometimes you got to learn the hard way. Yeah. So
And I want to be clear about something because sometimes, and part of the reason I refrain a lot from talking about adjacents in general is because it can, my bluntness about the lack of what I've seen can, there's some folks that are, there's some folks that take such offense to that and think it's a mean statement. And I just want to say, like, it is genuinely, as a person who loves evidence, as a person who likes to fact check something, it is very difficult for me to have taken anything that I was given seriously, because it showed nothing. And that I said to folks all the time, if nobody assumed, and if nobody had heard that this was an assumed girlfriend, none of these pictures would ever make you think that it was.
Yeah.
There's no picture that has ever made, and here's the thing, obviously there was a cutoff time where I stopped looking at anything and people tried to send me stuff and I was like, no, thank you, right? So there's, I do have some ideas because people kind of describe it, right? But all the things I saw prior to putting a kibosh of seeing anything, there was no affection. And so it's really, a part of me is like, I'm sorry, if you are getting papped, this is supposed to be your most unguarded, like maybe not papped, but like if you were being secretly taken, some of these photos are supposed to be secretly taken, right?
Yeah.
And I put it in quotes because I don't know how secretly taken they were. Maybe secretly to Luke, but a part of me is like, how is this the best photos you can take of an unguarded moment? I feel like even the hand holding in the supposed premiere, I mean, not supposed premiere, in the premiere, that was like the flimsiest handhold I've ever seen in my life, or to me, it was a non-handhold. I called it dead fish hands because there was no real emotional contact there. And I will say too, one of the biggest deceiving acts that People Magazine and Demois did was that they did not show the final photo, because they gave the impression that they held hands up to the door. And you actually see the final photo of him going up to the door, and he's like 3-4 steps ahead of her. So it's like, why would you hold someone's hand just to let it go of the hand like 3 or 4 steps out, you know what I mean? So all to
Yeah.
say, it's genuinely not to be mean to this person. I know she's a human being. That's one of the biggest things people say. I can't say her name. She's a human being. All these different things. I know she's a human being.
Yeah.
I also know that I don't believe that she is more than a situationship. And I don't think that makes her less than. She is there for a reason in his life at this moment. I'm not putting that down. I'm just saying, I described it to my subscribers like this, and I've said it in another live. It's like trying to make fetch happen. People tried to make fetch happen, said fetch is not going to happen. And it's, people have tried. People have tried. Now, mind you, we could be surprised.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, ring on the finger down the aisle. Okay, if that happens, you know how I'm going to respond? I'm going to be happy for Luke. Period.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's chosen somebody that does make him happy. If that's what it is, I'm just saying that at the moment, there's just not enough evidence that shows me that this person is endgame the way it has been with Nicola. That's the only thing. And people saying why, that I shouldn't have an opinion of it. I agree with you. Like, who am I to have an opinion on it? But I do. That's just the reality.
Everyone does. Like, everyone is looking at everything from their own particular lens. We don't have a definitive thing, a concrete thing that gives a full explanation on something that leaves absolutely no room for interpretation. Everything is literally just interpretation. So all of the opinions that are out there are literally just that. Nothing that's actually fact-based. It's just based off of our own lens on how we're viewing things. So that's why a lot of times I also shy away about talking about it, because I know damn well I don't have any insight to their actual relationship. She could be the fucking love of his life, and it could just be that, like, we can't compare his old relationships to this one either, because people change, they evolve. The number of heartbreaks you experience can make you treat people differently, and depending on how much love another person accepts from you, it could be enough for her. Who knows? We don't. When we get into the psychology of things, it could be a million things. We don't know, and we have to be okay with the end result. That ultimately is the thing. But while this is supposed to be a fun space and and revolving around fandom, this is why we shouldn't even be talking about this girl, because it's like it has nothing to do with the fun aspect of it at all.
Exactly.
And I think that's where it comes in. Like, people can say that you're being mean, but we're just being observational. We spent months analyzing Nicola and Luke's body language, and it was amazing. And then we saw these pics, and it's like polar opposites. And of course, we're gonna have opinions about it. And again, obviously, she's a person, and we all respect that. Well, most of us respect that. Yeah. But it's just observational. We're just saying what we see.
Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, and again, I think sometimes people, we all have opinions, right? But I think sometimes people take such offense to people's opinions as if their opinion somehow is minimized or diminished because another person's opinion exists. And it's like, no, I can take your opinion. I might even agree with parts of your opinion, and I might disagree with parts of your opinion, but I don't think my opinion is suddenly less than because your opinion exists.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes some people really genuinely feel like their own opinion is diminished if someone says that they disagree.
Isn't that just society, though? Like, can you imagine?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. But anyways, did we get any more of Valencia or swimming pics? No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. Is there any
I'm tired, y'all.
I lost it when the swimming came out. I'm sorry. What are we breaking news? He knows how to swim. But I did like the butterfly connection that someone was trying to make, even though obviously just a joke, but like, unless it wasn't. But no, just kidding. But anyways,
I'm just excited for the days to come,
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I'll be happy for both of them.
Oh, somebody saying check Tiff's story or DM. or DM. Don't do DM.
Don't do
Don't
DM.
do Dewan.
Nope,
To check Tiff's story. Because if anybody's gonna get a view, it'll be Tiff, not a paparazzi. That
Let me get my tablet.
I mean, I don't know if it's paparazzi. I don't know what they are.
They're a rag.
A rag.
Avoid the rags.
I will say though, I can understand the only thing that sometimes I think that some people who might be mad at us is like there has been like speculation, right, that some of these actions were retaliatory actions potentially by this entity because Nicola has spoken out against them. And so part of me is like, oh, maybe that's why people don't say it, and I have, and I'm like, hopefully it doesn't put a target on my back because I have said the name, and because if they are capable of trying to stain things for people, I don't know. But I mean, at the same time, I'm like, look, I try to remind myself I'm a tiny account, so it doesn't really like it's not. But then then at the same time I go, but you know what? The internet, it spreads. People like this, like negative things spread.
Yeah.
So like if people sniff drama, suddenly it's like, you know what I mean? So then I'm like, I shouldn't also be glib and say, well, I have a very tiny like platform, so it's gonna be fine. Nobody's gonna make a big deal, because you never know. And next thing we know, there's drama, and that none of us were asking for, So
So I'm glad you mentioned that, because to that point about this could be released by potential people, deep in my Tumblr holes, in my Reddit holes, this is a big theory of, this blackmail. And is he still keeping adjacents around because they know something? So you really take these pictures with a grain of salt. What am I going to see? Is the intent behind these pictures to just share or just be malicious? At the end of the day, I like to think the best in people, so I hope somebody wouldn't try to hold that. But I have said, if there is a separating, people are not going down without a fight unless there's like lawyers involved, like NDAs. So I just wonder, like it's the timing, the origin of this information. Like I'm interested to see the rest of the week. I mean, that's Friday. It has been a lifetime in a week, literally. We're gonna see. Just hang in there.
Well, what was interesting to me was I remember the leaks of the other pool pictures, and what was really interesting is I watched a video from someone who is I don't remember, they were speaking Spanish, but I don't know which country they were living in at that point, but their point was somebody gave them the photos, emailed them the photos, and they were sitting on it, just trying to decide whether or not to post it. But by that time, other accounts posted it. So there was a concerted effort to get that photo out, and they tried to make it the origin elsewhere, not like in the UK, not like in the US, but and now mind you, there's such big platforms. So maybe it was from someone potentially in Brazil. Who knows? I don't know. But it just makes me go, I am the kind of person that likes to believe the best in people. And so it really is sad because I don't tend to try to think negatively. That's just my natural default, to try to think the best of people. But I'm like, and to not think that anyone has dubious intent or any of those things. So it's kind of makes me sad whenever there are people with dubious intent. So I'm like, whoa,
It's almost unbelievable. I almost can't believe it, because I'm like, we're adults. Why are you going out of your way to try to hurt someone? But another point I kind of mentioned, I am an IT analyst. I've been doing this for close to 8 or 9 years. If he wanted to figure out where this information is coming from, where it's been released, every single thing on this planet leaves an electronic footprint, even people. So I think there has been a reckoning. I think he is starting to connect dots, but I think he's connecting dots at surface level because he is hurt to think that this could be coming from his inner circle. But I could tell him everything he needs to know. Just give me one day. I will find out. I will get you that information. And to Bachi's point, I feel like there's a lot of middlemen between sharing of information, but intentionally to try to throw people off the trail. There's no such thing with technology. We will find you. Like, we will find you.
And I
That's
really
kind of
hope
scary.
that this has
But it's an accurate statement, but it's scary.
That's why we're always saying that the internet is forever. So be careful what you post as a permanent post.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I really hope if it is true and it is coming from his inner circle, I really do hope he is connecting the dots, because no one deserves that. And I hope before anything crazier happens that he does realize.
Yeah. Rena's just being playful here. Girl, get us that information. I tell you, Rena makes me laugh so much. Rena and M. Phillips always crack me up with whatever they say. Jessica said the fandom is the CIA. Genevieve says Valencia is a baddie. Hey.
Thank you.
Hi, Sharon.
Hey, Sharon.
Hey.
How
Woohoo.
are ya?
Oh my God. X is blowing up. There's video now.
I know,
Have
right?
you seen it? Have you seen the video of like Luke swimming over to Nick?
Oh, wait.
Hold on, what?
Stop. No.
Yeah,
We only
he's
saw
swimming in the water,
Luke.
but Luke is swimming in the pool. He's swimming over to the side, and there's a picture of Nick standing by the pool waiting for him to come over to her.
Okay, we did not see that one.
No,
Yeah.
Do you have
More
that up
stuff
that you can put up?
I do have the video. And I can put up the video and the
Valencia's
picture.
coming out with the glasses. Okay.
I know, but I have to put it together before I can like share it. I don't even know like how would I only know to share as posts. I don't know to share. I mean, I can send it to you, but
Oh, you send it to Valencia.
Me, I'm
okay. So I will.
Should I go down? Should I go out of the live so her screen can be bigger? Should I do that?
So, Valencia, how do I send you it? 'Cause I'm like,
is it a link or actual video?
it's an actual video.
Mm.
I can try to go on. I can pull the link off X and I can shoot a link. I can do that. So
Because we're already talking. Okay.
Okay, so I guess that swimming was worthwhile. Because I was like, why are we looking at Luke swimming by himself?
I'm gonna jump off so that so that Valencia can be bigger once she shares it, because it's gonna be really, really tiny.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Thanks for having us, Phoebe.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Yeah, I'll jump off too. Thank
all
you.
right, so I've got the link.
Whoa, what are we looking at? Valencia.
Whoa.
Oh, it's just your legs.
Clothes on, just my legs.
What are we looking at? What are we looking at?
I do have shorts on. Nobody panic.
I just got it.
Apologies. Those are just my legs. I have on clothes.
Free show. I do not want to be banned. No, I'm just kidding. Scandal. Rena says she has her work attire on.
I do work from home, yes. Okay. I got the tablet ready. Whenever I get it, you
Oh,
are.
I know. I'm just like I'm trying to figure out how. I'm looking for you to share it to, but you're not popping up on my thing. So I'm like
When
trying
I
to.
tell you all, I do not know how to work TikTok. It would shock you all how much I do not know how to work TikTok.
I know. Well, the same here. I'm like I know a lot. Oh, here I found you. Okay, so let me see. No, it's sending a link. I'm trying to send a link.
Okay, because you sent the live, so yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna jump out of the live, and then I'm gonna message you and give it to you, and then I'll jump back in because I'm dumb and I don't know how to use this. So that's the easiest way I could do it. All right, I'll jump out, jump back in.
Okay, and do you? Hopefully we get to actually visually see Nick in the same video. Because how do we know this is not the same video we had already? When you were showing that video, did you see any inkling of Nicola over there?
No, not at all.
Not at all, right?
It makes me
Okay.
seem like she's in the same vicinity. Okay, I am putting a blanket over my legs too. I don't want any confusion.
I'm so sorry. It was just so funny the way it was. I was like, what are we looking at?
Okay, 1 second. She did send it to me. Okay,
People feel like it's going to be the same video that we saw. But the same video that we saw would have been like, wouldn't have had Nicola in there.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Pulling it up now. Link you copied. Let's see. Oh, okay. It's the same one.
It is the same one?
Yeah.
Okay, so did we miss something?
Yeah, hold on. Let me share it.
Reshare it and see if we missed anything. How do we know that it breaks off? So how do we know that he was going to Nicola?
Yeah.
We don't know that.
Is that the right one? Hold on. 1 second. Let me make sure it's the
Let's
right
see
one.
what tabs you got open. Just kidding.
Nothing inappropriate. Let me see.
Just kidding.
For now. Okay, hold on. Send it again. Let me make absolutely sure this is right.
All right. Lauren said, not to be a buzzkill, but a lot of the pics have been online since they happened in real time. Okay, so Lauren is saying that these are not anything new.
Yeah. It's the same one.
Oh, it is the same one. Okay, then we didn't see. Okay, except. Oh wait. And
Oh God, I wish there was another angle.
wait.
So
The Greenberg Brigade. I thought Greenberg Brigade also asked, but now it's no longer there. Okay, Sharon, we did see this video, but we didn't see Nick. Where do you see Nicola?
no, it's the picture because it's her hair's wet. There's another picture of her sitting in the same dress she's got wet hair, and it's by the pool. Their dinner's by the pool. You see her sitting in the lake. I also shared a picture earlier with her in the chaise lounge while he's toweling off next to her chaise.
Okay, I need that one.
That's the one we need because that's the one we haven't seen.
I already put it up. It's up on my page. It's one of the slides. I already sent it to you. I sent it to you privately.
Okay.
But if you go into that, it's like the third.
Valencia, can you grab it from her page?
Yeah,
it's like the third slide in or something. But you can see him standing, and she's laying down on the chaise. You only see her shorts and her legs, but it's very clear it's her legs. And he's standing beside it, toweling off, and you can tell it's him because you can see his haircut. He's got the sides. He's got the mullet. And
wait a minute. If this is the photo that I thought that it was, it's not.
I know which
her
one this is.
Yeah, because if you're the one you're describing, I know it's not her.
Yeah.
If this is the one that you're thinking of, because is this the one that got the head cut off? It wasn't Nicola.
Yeah.
If the head is cut off, it's
It was
not
proved
Nicola.
it was someone else in a white bathing suit. They proved it.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Because when that photo came out, I was like, we can't assume that's Nicola when we can't even see the head. You don't take the money shot like that. I mean, take off the money shot by not showing the head. And then eventually the actual video came out and you saw who it was, and it was not Nicola. It was someone on his team.
But she's also wearing the dress with like wet hair, and she's standing by the pool earlier, and so it kind of is giving off like I threw on my dress. It's like a sundress. It's like I threw that on after I went swimming. And if you look at the picture, she's got the wet hair.
Wait, hold on, Valencia. Could you show that again?
Yeah. So if you look at bottom right, you can see she's got the wet hair with the dress on.
How do I do this? How do I work TikTok? This is the image we've seen before. It's
yeah. So the one on the top
corner,
right.
You're right. Yeah, the upper left hand corner.
I mean, the top left. The top left, we know it's not Nicola because that's been proven. But the bottom two, what are we supposed to do with that when Valencia comes back? Okay.
Yeah.
One we know she's sitting by the pool with him eating dinner in that dress because we have a picture of her in it. And the one picture has her with her hair done, and she's walking out with him. And we have another picture of her sitting in that dress with him wearing that outfit by the
wet
pool.
hair from
Someone just pointed something out.
Pool.
Nick said she can't swim. She doesn't swim. She doesn't know how.
That's probably why she was in the corner.
Yeah, she
I mean, she
doesn't
can still
swim.
get in the pool and
She can
get
still,
wet.
that's what I was gonna say. It's like, so what if you can't swim? There, a lot of the pools are only like 5 feet deep in certain areas, so you're not going to, to 4 feet deep. They have different areas in the pool.
I definitely was one of the people that I cannot swim, and I would always hold on
Yeah,
to the
I
side.
keep him onto the side, right?
I
Yeah,
think she doesn't like it. Like she mentioned in an interview though that she doesn't get in the pool because she can't swim. Like she doesn't like it. She has a fear of it or something. I can't remember where the interview was.
Oh, well, I mean, obviously, wet hair doesn't mean it has to be from a swim.
Right,
It could
well,
be from a shower.
and does it matter? I mean, like honestly, we have a picture of them together eating dinner by the pool. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they are conclusively together, and we have several pictures of them in different settings. And then there's like that picture, which I know you've already seen before, of them sitting at eating dinner with the staff behind them with like a knowing smile, like they're looking at it like, oh. And we know from the shipper, she's been saying for a long time now, that she's protecting people, but like that there have been things from the hotel that she was trying to be very respectful about not jeopardizing anybody's positions because of NDAs and things like that. But now that this stuff is hitting X and it's blowing up right now, I was in a different, live session. There's like groups on there that are talking about this right now. And there's more coming from what they're saying. There's like a lot more coming. Like they're saying it's like, this stuff is hitting the Pentagon is like how they're describing it. And it's kind of like a soft launch. They think it's a soft launch before next month. So that's all
Greenberg
speculation.
Brigade. Oh, sorry, Sharon.
No, I'm
Continue.
done. Nope.
Oh, okay. Greenberg Brigade. What were you going to say? Or were you going to say something in regards to this?
Well, not really. I was going to send it to you. I was going to ask you first. There's someone just posted, and I don't know if this is new or not, but it's one I haven't seen, and I thought I'd seen everything. There was a picture of, like, where she's in the red dress and he's in, I guess it's black or whatever, in Brazil when they were hanging out watching like the music and stuff.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so you kind of see them like separate with their respective like PR people and groups and stuff throughout the videos I've seen and pictures I've seen. And there's a picture now of them together, like sitting, Nick and Luke close.
Okay, can you
like
send that to
whispering
Valencia,
amongst
please?
them, and people behind them that are watching them, like with those looks on their, the knowing looks on their
I
faces.
posted pictures of them walking with, she's got her hands on him.
This
Like
one
she's
they're
got her
sitting
hands on his
down
back.
on the balcony and watching the show, and they're like super close, looking at each other, talking.
Can you send that to Valencia?
Yes, please.
Yeah, let me send it to her real quick.
Okay,
There's a
one
couple,
second.
There's
Be
a
back.
couple photos too of like she's walking behind him and she's got her hand on his back.
Yeah,
She's
it's different than the one I've seen of those. It's a different one.
Hey, Sarah Beth. Did you mean to come on board? Or are you getting out of the car? I think it might have been accidental.
And I'm
Was it
seeing in the chat. I'm seeing in the chat people are talking about like Nick would never do that, blah blah blah. What I've been hearing, and again, this is all speculation, is that it's been that relationship was downplayed, and that it's been on again, off again, and that was in the wings, but that things took a turn in Brazil, that things dramatically changed, and you can see it at the premiere that there was a big she showed up to a premiere, more than one, that really upset Nick, and you can actually see it. Like he looks like he's gonna puke. He's like really freaking out because she's upset, and you can see people kind of being protective around her at one point, and that's why you start seeing Golda giving looks, and there's different things that's been sort of unpacked on some of that. So I wouldn't say it might be more complex, and that's why I'm waiting a little bit for like Tiff's part 2, because I think she's got more information that she's really assembled quite a really amazing treasure trove, and she's being very respectful about it. But it's, I just think that you can't judge enough. You can't judge, like, you don't know what was being communicated, and you don't know what was being, what people are doing privately. So I wouldn't assume that, because he's never hard launched anybody. He hasn't done anything to claim, and we've seen him with other women that he's very clearly hard launched and will even kiss them on the cheek and post and call them his girlfriend. So we haven't seen that from him.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I'm hoping Valencia gets that photo that Greenberg Brigade was talking about. But yeah, no, agree on all of those things, Sharon. We spoke about that a little bit earlier in the live around. I'm sorry, what?
It's like great.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, but yeah, just there hasn't ever been. Someone had asked if the relationship was over, and I said it's hard for me to speak on it when I don't think it ever began. I mean, I know it
I love that.
exists,
I
but
love that. It's so true.
but just not to the level that people tend to make it out to be. And I could be genuinely 100% wrong, but I just said based off of the evidence that I've seen, that is not the case for
Well, and
me.
there's also been speculation too that he's a fairly nervous person, and having a travel companion has been, not a negative thing for him. Like if he has somebody who's waiting in the wings and he can travel with and whatnot, and you have somebody who's like, from what I understand, it's really his friend group that is pulled. That was like the main pull of why this was even a thing, was that Sienna and Rory and like that whole, all the adjacents I won't go into. But I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of different things that behind that. So until Luke is owning anything directly, and he hasn't, then we do see the things that he has shared quite openly about Nick. And, he's been quite explicit about his feelings about her, and they've never denied, like, really, that they'll say, they'll sidestep it, and they'll just be like, oh, we really love each other as friends. But, like, then they're saying that, like, they're, you know what I mean? Like, all this. So it's just like, they've left it ambiguous. And so I just feel like there's always been a cloud of mystery around it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think we're just right now with all of the stuff coming out. I think it's all about the timing and just a question of like, why are all of these things coming out right now? Lakeland said Sophie has been cast. Does anyone know who is Sophie now? Did anybody hear hear that?
How do I leave the thing so I give you your?
Let me disconnect
you. Can boot me off so that you don't have to have.
Oh. So I'm so sorry, Sharon. It's like when I accidentally hang up on somebody earlier than I expect. So sorry. I'm sorry, Sharon. I hope I hate it when I accidentally do that. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Gosh. Oh, thank you, Sharon, because I really felt bad. I hate hanging up on somebody accidentally like that. Okay, but does anybody know if Sophie did get?
That's what they're
wait.
saying.
So that's what the names that people are putting. Yerina Ha. Do I know this person? Can somebody pull up the picture of this person so I know who in the world it is? Because I don't know if I know this person. Oh, okay. Okay, this is the one you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, I hope I didn't oversell it because it's like, but I just hadn't seen it before. And I thought, well, that's interesting because I didn't remember seeing them next to each other at that party.
Okay. Is there any way, Valencia, to put it?
Actually,
like,
one sec. Yeah, let me crop it and
Let's see if it does.
It's not like a red herring or anything, but it is interesting. It's not like, wow.
But does anyone else have this person that they said is the new Sophie? Or the Sophie? I guess not new. Oh, wait. But people are saying Lil with Star says, I have a feeling they won't reveal Sophie till the episode if it doesn't get leaked. Okay, so is this person thinking that the actor that's being named by everybody here is not Sophie?
They're saying Variety magazine posted it.
Oh, okay. Well, Variety is usually has the rights. I'm not rights, but like has legitimacy in the eyes of people, right?
Yeah, they're pretty factual.
So, oh my word, my stomach started growling. I forgot. I forgot. Okay. That's the one I was mentioning.
oh, it keeps going down.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you never know like how TikTok is going to. Oh, that's a great crop.
Right? Like it's cute though. And I haven't seen it
cute.
before. And I was like, look at the way he's looking at her.
Look at her smile. Oh, that is cute. That is a cute find. I mean, that's cute. That's just cute. Oh. That's a
And
sweet
there's
one.
someone, you can't see it, I don't think, in this because of the cropping that it does, but there's a person who's watching them like, in the background that looks really like in the know. It's really funny.
Oh, yeah, I love that. That's so cute. Thanks for the find. That's so cute. I mean, anytime they are, I mean, just that London premiere where he's holding her arm or her hand, whichever one, but either way, he's the one like making that making that decision. I was like, it really wasn't necessary. Like, you know, because when you're standing and putting your arms around folks, I certainly don't try to find the other person and try to hold their hand as I'm like putting.
Well,
That's why I'm like,
and that's
Shonda
what-
was like grinning.
That's the thing that I saw about it is if you see the full picture, there's literally nobody within like 3 or 4 feet of them. It's just the two of them, and they're literally touching. Their arms are like smushed together, and it's like, why though? When you have all that space, are you sitting like that?
Yeah. No. The picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. You're right. It is that choice to be that close all the time. You know, and you usually don't allow people into your personal space that you don't want to be there.
Yeah. Well, especially for
Okay, that's this is the person. What has she been in? Is this her first big break? Does anyone know? Is this the first big break of this person, or? Oh, she's in Halo. The video game, or is Halo a movie as well? Okay. Kim says, and that couch interview, they're almost on top of each other. So true. So true.
Yeah, that picture was giving couch interview vibes for no reason.
Well, I mean, the couch interview, I mean, honestly, that couch was like so big. They're like, that's why I did that little video. It was like, you see me? Do you see me? I see you. Because it's like all the space. And they only were like, we'll just be here on top of each other, that if we both turned at the same time, we'd be kissing, you know?
Literally.
Oh, Blue Wednesday said Australian actress, been in a lot of things. Okay, very cool. Okay, it's a show on Paramount. Oh, Dune TV show as well? Dune? Oh, Halo and Dune. Okay. Oh, so she does have an impressive whatever you call it. You know. Okay, she was in Lord of the Flies and Peter, said Karen. Okay. I'll probably stay for another 17 minutes. But do we have any other news that we want to talk about? Is there any other thing that came out that needs to be talked about? I mean, emotionally, like can we talk a little bit about the second song? Because I didn't give it as much space as the first song. Valencia or the Greenberg Brigade, when you heard that second song, what did, or read the lyrics or whatever, what were your thoughts when you saw it or heard it or anything?
My God. They get me so emotional. Like, I feel so emotional, and I feel almost indebted to the things that they are going through. And at first I misunderstood. I thought she was reposting Rewrite the Stars, which Luke has sung. When I say that would have taken me off this planet, I would have acted a fool. But I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to word. It's like I'm with her, and everything that she's feeling, I'm with you.
Yeah. Greenberg Brigade?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it because I found it last night. I looked up the actual, like, who the actual singer was, to see if there was any kind of like correlation, but also looked up the actual meaning of the song from her point of view, and that was very telling. Meaning of the song from her point of view, and I was trying to find it where I saw it so I wasn't misrepeating.
Is it, and
But it was
isn't
something
there
that was very
meaning?
Luca coded, though.
I mean, I
Isn't
felt like
there
there was a lot
meaning
of
in
things in it.
the music video too?
Yeah.
Isn't there?
Oh, that's what people told me. Let me do a poll, real quick, as y'all looking there.
I'm just muting. I'm muting while I'm looking for it. Hold on. I'm
Okay,
here.
so if you like Bless the Telephone like more, choose red. If you like, is it Juna more, choose blue. So red is Bless the Telephone, blue is Juna. What song did you like the most that she shared? Okay, Bless the Telephone is in a big lead at this moment, though Juna's trying to fight a little bit for it. But I think Bless the Telephone is still like twice as much in votes. Oh yeah. To me, Bless the Telephone, I was so literally giddy, and I don't know if it's because it was the first song that she chose to do, or it's because the lines of "I'm in love with you" or something like that, or whatever. That
one was really, really like obvious, but okay. I just found the meaning with the Clara one, and that it just like stopped me. I don't know. Maybe I'm nuts.
Okay.
I was shocked when I read it because I was like, "Is that not what they literally said was what made love in their interviews? Like it's them." Let me see.
Okay, you're paused, so hopefully. Oh, you're probably bringing it up. Is that what you're doing? She's probably bringing it up. Okay, so yeah, Bless the Telephone won by a landslide. Tori has opinions, said Bless the Telephone was so poignant. Mary said Juno strikes. Leanne said I agree when I read it. Someone asked for us to discuss DM. I really don't want to. What's the purpose? It gives them free air, doesn't it? Like what are they doing now? What are they doing now? Folks who deliver news, or I don't know if they deliver news, but shouldn't be trying to be news.
And it's malicious. Like I can't imagine having a platform and spreading all this hate just because like what are they doing now? It's like if I did have their platform, I would be working to be taken more seriously, and they're not. They are like universally, I guess, is universally banned within every social media that I look at. People are like, no, do not pay attention to this person. Do not give her any airtime. Like, I just wonder, what is her drive behind all this? Like, I don't know. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. I don't want to feed that machine, to be honest. It's talk. I don't want to, I want to refrain from using toxic, because I feel like toxic has been misused over time just to describe anybody that disagrees with you these days. But in all honesty, I do feel like I can give objective proof as why I think it's genuinely toxic, and it has nothing to do with disagreeing with the way that they're going about things. But all to say, I don't necessarily want to spend too much time on something that is meant to strip joy rather than create joy. Greenbird Brigade, do you have the story or the song behind it?
Yeah, I'm trying to find a way to show it. These are so ridiculous.
I tell you, when you first are learning how to do it, I hear you. Okay. Oh, okay. Valencia wants to show. Now, here's the thing. I have a question. Does TikTok have an issue with
it'll work?
Oh,
things being shown too long? That's potentially copyrighted. Sometimes they do. I get sometimes. When I was trying to watch the Bridgerton thing with the whole group of people, they put a violation on me.
Oh, you know what? That's it. That's probably why they don't show. Well, they don't allow you to do videos too. Maybe.
Yeah, possibly.
That's a good point. But the video's good too. It's fighting for love. Like, I'm like, at this point, it's a fight. Like it's just so deep. I could really do additional lives on like every facet of this It's just so much deeper than what people think it is. And my family all the time, they ask me, oh, you're obsessed with Bridgerton. When I tell you Bridgerton is just the tip of the iceberg, Bridgerton almost has nothing to do with this other stuff. Oh, my God.
I hear that.
I don't think.
Oh, look at that. Blue Eyes said, yes, do a live, Valencia. See, I told you. I said, you know what? I'm really happy whenever I find out folks have their experience of doing their first lives, and it's with me. I'm like, I feel so special when people come on do their first lives, because then they realize, you know, if people are just exposed to me, if people just hear my voice, they'll want to follow me, or they'll want to hear me more. And I knew that would happen with you, Valencia, just simply because from the videos that I've seen of yours, I think that last one from last night like took me out, because I was like, I feel so called out but called in at the same time, because it's like, this is me. I am this video. Like, you know, so I do really like appreciate it when people say yes, but I also get excited for y'all's when I see people like really feel a connection with the folks that come on. You know what I mean? So
Mel said,
yes.
Valencia, you have the best voice and accent. I'm just country bumpkin as hell. That is the accent. I am from the South.
Oh, I love how they're all encouraging you to go live. Now, you will be going live with me on Sunday. But then
Yes.
all these, I mean, there's tomorrow, there's all these other days. Well, I mean, you can even do the same day and whatever your stamina is, I suppose. Because I'm
Yes,
supposed to do one with Lex tonight, and I'm just hoping
yeah, that's
everything
gonna
works
be
out with
exciting.
Lex's. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping everything works out with Lex and allowing TikTok allowing. So hopefully, we were trying to work some stuff out. So hopefully it works out. I haven't had a chance to touch base with Lex again. So if any issues come up tonight, we were trying to get Lex on. So, okay, sorry, Greenberg Brigade, but Greenberg Brigade is now live paused. So, oh wait, back. Greenberg Brigade, are you back?
Yeah, I was trying to get this stupid thing to work. It like won't show it the right way. But anyway, I just like the synopsis is basically according to what is her name, Claro? Because I hadn't heard of her, but it's about two people that are kept apart, like and can't get together because there's like something going on, but that like really want to be together because their connection is so deep it transcends physical closeness. So it's like it basically describes the situation that they're literally in right now. It's really interesting to me.
I love it. I love that synopsis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, any folks that you might have seen today on this live, I really do encourage y'all to follow them, check their stuff out, you know. Honestly, like it's one of the, like, as my platform has grown, and I mean, obviously it's in the grand scheme of like content creators that are big in this Lucalo world, mine is very tiny. However, it has been a privilege to expose other people to other people. You know what I mean? Because I think that's what the community does. You allow for other people to be seen, to have their voices be heard, to be recognized. So if there's any folks that you saw today that you just resonated with the things that they shared, like, I really encourage you to follow them and check them out. Check out their content. Encourage them to do lives, you know, like Valencia. You know, I mean, so I
almost
so
is like
have
bird
felt like that's a
related.
privilege. Well, wait, what did you say, Greenberg Brigade?
Oh, I just, it almost says bird related. Like I happened upon like the whole Lucala fandom thing from like my main account. I was thinking about starting an account that's like Lucala because I was like, all my, actually like started on Instagram. I have quite a large following.
Oh, wait a minute. You're sounding very far away to me, Greenberg Brigade.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Anyway, I was just saying like my stuff's like mostly related to rescue parrots, but
Oh, that makes sense with your icon there.
yeah.
And Greenberg Brigade has 500,000 followers, so let's make that clear.
On here,
dang.
on here,
Yes.
yeah. I've got them across all the platforms.
Oh,
But
wow, dang.
That's just, yeah.
I didn't even realize that, Greenberg Brigade.
Yeah. So if you like birds, come over. I've got a lot of them. I post cute videos of
I
them.
literally, Greenberg Brigade, I literally had to ask my friend who is a bird watcher if really like the tattoo that Luke got was of the robin, like people said it was, and because I was like, is it a robin or a sparrow? And he's like, it's neither. And then he's like, unless it's a European robin, then he's like, then it's a little bit closer. But like, I would never say it's either of them. So then it turned out like I was like, well, actually, he is from he lives in Europe. So so then yes, So then I was like, okay, then it was a robin. But it was just a funny thing was my bird watching friend was like basically like that's neither. Until
I
was
immediately looked it all up and I found like a video that the tattoo artist posted that had the original picture he brought in to draw it off of, and you could actually see the color of the bird. And so I was able to tell right away that it was a red-breasted robin and not a sparrow. And I was like, it's specifically a red-breasted robin. And so I was like, okay, so I looked up the meaning of them and all that. And I'm pretty sure most people, what they said is that it's for like his grandfather who passed away. I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Yeah, because when that all came out, I was like, I can't tell because I'm not a bird person, but I know a lot of bird people that really take it seriously and can tell the difference in every bird. So I was like, I'll ask them; they're the experts. So, all right, my stomach is starting to growl because I realize I am hungry. I am hungry. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. But is there any final words from y'all's? And I don't know if any of the other folks that came on board earlier has any final words that they want to just leap in real quick and either plug your page or...
I was just going to say, I just joined the Discord that Angela has. If you're not on there, I would recommend joining because they have the most up-to-date stuff posted immediately if you want to see if anything, like any new pick drops. So Angela the Simstigator, if you follow her and message her and say, I want to be added, they're the ones that are posting stuff like in real time right now that they pull off of
Nice.
So I'm watching that all day to see if anything else pops up.
Awesome. Yeah, I've heard really, really great things about Angela's Discord. I was very thankful when Angela started a Discord because I had been asked to start a Discord and I was like, I'm sorry, y'all. I got no bandwidth. But from what I heard, when I saw Angela's, I plugged it and let people know that it existed because I'm like, yay, somebody's doing a Discord. Ever since that time, I keep hearing people talk about this Discord. So I know it's really good stuff because people are loving it.
Yeah, people are asking about it. All you have to do is if you message Angela the Simstigator, follow and message that you want to join the Discord, even if you don't have Discord or anything like that, she'll send you a link. When you click on the link, it will ask you to download Discord, the app, onto your phone and set it up. So you have to set up your account, but you'll have an invite in there from the group it's called, what is it called? Lucala's Anonymous or something? Something like that. I was laughing at the title. But yeah, once you're in there, I had to play with it because I don't use Discord either. That's my first time ever using it. I had to play with it to figure it out.
Is it really easy, Greenberg Brigade? Is it hard to...
Not
is it
really.
easy?
I mean, but I'm pretty tech savvy because I spend all my time on social media. But but I didn't really have too much trouble once I just kind of played with it and messed with it for a minute. And then I found all the groups open up and you can see the groups and it will show you who's posting what. And you can just tap on them and see what's going on. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
It's like a big chat room, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Valencia, do you have anything that you want to say?
Just final words as we get off here. I think there's a big threat of people that are gonna call us crazy, demented, and we do too much. Don't be afraid to do the things that make you happy. Chase happiness, regardless of what people are gonna say. People are going to have
I live with birds. I'm used to
everything.
I get called crazy all the time.
Yeah. People are always going to have anything to say, but just be true to yourself. If this makes you happy, then be here and know that we are not just a fandom, we're a community and we're going to be here for you. We're in this together, in this crazy saga together.
I will say too, I've learned this a lot in my life. When somebody says you're too much or too little, they're just telling you where they're currently standing. It doesn't say anything about you, because I've had people in my life say I'm too little, and I've had some people say I'm too much, and I'm like, thank you for the information. That just lets me know where you're at, and it doesn't tell me anything about myself. But with that said, I hope everybody has a great day. I am planning again to do the live with Lex later tonight if everything all works out. I'm also doing a live with Valencia and Mel on Sunday at 4 p.m. Right? 4 p.m. We said 3 p.m. 3 p.m. It was 3 p.m. 3 p.m. And then on Monday is going to be Dominique and Desiree. At 4 p.m. because I'm off that day.
And then Tiff's doing her timeline tomorrow too.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna be literally
Tiff's
all of your
timeline on Saturday, right?
I have nothing else
Yeah,
planned.
Tips will be
Tips is on
Saturday at 3. Yeah,
Okay,
Saturday
Tiff is on Saturday at 3. This is the part 2 that it was supposed to be the continuation before, right? And she's back from vacation.
Yes.
Her Wi-Fi acted up last week, but tomorrow should be 3 EST.
Okay.
3
And
Eastern.
I don't know what it is in UK time. I hopefully you can just put it on Google and it can translate it for you of what time it would be for you. So tomorrow Tiff's live at 3 p.m. And what is that, Pacific Standard Time or what? 3 p.m. what?
That's EST for me.
Oh, Easter. Oh, so 12 Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, 9
Yes.
p.m.
3
9 p.m. or 8
Eastern
p.m.
Standard Time
UK,
for-
someone said. Yeah, 9 p.m. I think.
Okay. So if y'all are not following Tiff already, go ahead and follow Tiff. It's Tiff. What is it? Tiffany.red or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Tiffane,
But it's
I
spelled
think.
like Tifane.
Tiffane.red.
Yeah. So anyways, thanks folks. Have a great rest of your day, and hopefully some of you can make it back later tonight when I meet up with Lex for a live.
Oh,
all right.
And Angela's is tonight too.
Oh, and Angela has one tonight as well. All right, folks. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.